Greetings, interdimensional, angelic warriors of light, fully activated, fully on mission, all day and all night. Many waves of energy coming in, activations, codes, frequencies, resonance, intense feelings, emotions, and some journeying to the underworld to resolve some of the final conflicts that are keeping consciousness in this lower energy, the lower frequency. Today, many strange anomalies on the Schumann charts. We had a 66 hertz and an 84, then a 40 hertz blast. We also had a period of blackout, which was around the time where I was journeying to the underworld and face again on the sacred ground of Pachamama in the secret garden, the sacred garden, where many of our little friends reside, which we have stories about that at the end of the transmissions today. We had 135 earthquakes in the last 24 hours. One thing that I failed to mention the other day, so many things going on, by the time I sit in front of this glowing Shiva Lingam, I forget half of the things that I mean to transmit, but that's all part of this great shift, jumping in between timelines in and out of time. Time shifts, time leaps, preparing us for this great quantum leap. But one thing that I wanted to mention about the different magnitudes of earthquakes, when we say like M1.5 or M4, those also are synchronicities with time as art, but also resonance and frequencies, and they connect to the different energy centers in the body. So if you think of the lower magnitude, and these are all resonance frequency connected with the cosmic waves and the sine waves manifesting into this field. So if you think of the lower, like M1.5 or M1 to 2, like being the root chakra, then follow it up, from 2 to 3, the sacral, then the solar. We're feeling these resonance in our vessels in this holographic manifestation. So when you think of these points, because the points are portals, obviously, these activation points, these acupuncture points of Pachamama are located throughout our body. So we feel these activations. They're all portals, like in the palms, the soles of the feet, the dantians, the crown, Hoyin, the base of the spine, then 3 gates in the back. And these gates are being opened, also activating with the etheric angelic wings. I know last night with these intense pulsing waves coming through my spine, and then today right in the middle of the back, which is sometimes called the tricky gate or heaven's gate. So that's the synchronicity or the symbolism with the angelic wings taking flight to heaven. Also today, 7:30, the 73 is encoded. So 37, 73 coming in. So we say 72 levels or steps to heaven and 73 entering heaven itself. So we're at that 72 step. That's why we're right at this precipice of this quantum leap into heaven on earth. It's a 37 into the 73, which we talk about a lot. The most powerful earthquake, 5.8, which is in the Japanese island, Japan, connected with the Lemurian energy, and the 13 of the divine goddess, the sacred queen of Venus. Here now, transmitting the highest love, the highest light, the highest codes that this universe has ever seen. We also had a 4.4 in Tajikistan, which is where the sacred portal, where the 3 most sacred mountains come together, the Trinity, the Trident, the Tian Shan, Kunlun, and Himalayan mountain ranges, what sometimes we call the land of the immortals. Also in the sacred Kundalini of Pachamama in the Andes Mountains, South America, in Chile, 4.5, 124 kilometer depth, which was very close to the Tropic of Capricorn, connected to the lower Dantian. So I know today I felt it, especially after the massive energy coming in, the root chakra imploding and exploding with these activations. Also, California had multiple earthquakes today, 4.1, 4.2, 3.1. Argentina, 4.4. and Indonesia 4.5. So again, the whole ring of fire connecting to the Lemurian gate, the gate of the lion, Leo, Lia, Alela. If you just feel into that frequency, you'll feel an activation in your heart center, and you may feel some energy rise up your spine. The Lyra nation and the Venusian nation fully with us, of the elven kind. So today we'll start the first transmission from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel. I woke up this morning with a crystal clear message, which I wish to share with you. Allow the divine energy force to work through you and with you, and do not try to force anything to happen. Indeed, we need to remaster the fine art of true living in highest alignment with the divine laws. Brute force begets brute force. Force creates counterforce. If you need to force anything into form and being, then you are out of alignment with the cosmic energy flow. Indeed, no force of any kind is needed. In the highest dimensional states, there is no need to force anything anymore. Indeed, brute force or any forcing at all has become redundant. When you are in highest alignment with the divine will and purpose, with your own highest soul growth and good, all will flow easily and effortlessly. The law of synchronicity will set in, and you will draw and attract all into your life at exactly the right moment and in an exact form. Seek the highest guidance and set the intent, and then simply allow the energetic unfolding in perfect divine timing. That is what trust and faith are all about. From JudithKusel.com. And these are some of the things, the truth, the trust and faith connected to truth, are being challenged right now. The whatever is left of the dark, nefarious energy, the false ones, the fallen, they're doing everything in their power right now to keep consciousness at the lower frequency of doubt and fear. I feel everything that Gaia's feeling. I'm feeling everything connected to humanity and the collective. So today was a deep attack on the psyche of consciousness. Many have felt it. I felt it deep into several layers of the Akash of Earth and within our own internal Akash. That is like the hall of records. It means many things. People have many different interpretations. We're releasing all concepts, and we don't have time for debating anymore. So we go into whatever resonates with you and go with that and just keep raising it up, raising the vibration, the intelligence, the awareness. So we felt this energy as it's trying to hold on to what was, to the past. It's kind of like a distraction. You know, it reminds me of when in The Wizard of Oz, when they were skipping down the yellow brick road and they got distracted by that little poppy field, which almost ended their mission. That was when they fell asleep and were going into altered states and whatnot. Quite a funny part of the movie, but it was symbolic of, you know, walking the path and the distractions that pull us off the path. They're only just obstacles and temporary, but it's part of the way of kicking the can down the road. Because like I said yesterday, the dark ones and the nefarious, they're kicking the can down the road. They know their time is up. They know the false construct of the matrix is ending, but they're doing everything in their power to keep the frequency down. And us light workers, love workers, warriors of the light, whatever you want to call yourself, star blossoms, it doesn't matter. We're being activated, and in a sense, we're also kicking the can down the road by playing it safe, by holding things in, by resisting what's moving through this. And most of us, even myself, are guilty of this from time to time, we should say, especially with these intense waves coming in. We want to talk ourselves out of, you know, mentally, obviously. That's part of the monkey mind, always grabbing all the bananas it can hold, never eating, enjoying it. When Sifu says, look at the old monkey, sitting back, just peeling that banana and eating that fruit. That's all those distractions, you know, trying to pull us out of our heart center. So this is part of the anchoring in the codes and anchoring into the grid, sacred portals all over Pachamama. And this is, there's an old saying, when the rubber hits the road, that's where we're at right now. We're at this precipice, so it's time that we step it up a notch and really feel into the love that is within, and transmit that out into this realm. We'll talk more about that later. We'll continue on from Isis channelings, the mouth of God, goddess activations. The higher vibrational, highly filtered blue ray energies are now entering through the mouth of God, goddess Shiva, Isis, chakra, and can result in the back of the head, medulla oblongata, feeling heavy and or sore, needing to rest your head on a pillow as the spine seems incapable of supporting the heavy activations occurring here presently. This is accompanied by waves of extreme tiredness and fatigue, as this fresh influx of blue light results in an activation, realignment of the 33 power points along the spine, realignment of our electromagnetic circuitry, and release of past life blocks. This activation realignment could well bring back to your consciousness old karmic lessons of this or previous lifetimes, bringing back the pain or trauma endured as part of those very important karmic lessons for soul progression, also simultaneously assisting you in releasing the karmic hooks of old karmic debts that are ready to be released, lower back pain. Best way to navigate this process is to remember that these lessons, as painful as they were necessary for your soul progression. They were the heat and pressure coefficients that honed you into the diamond you are becoming. So bring in gratitude into the equation along with the forgiveness and let go, release, and heal. Forgive for your own healing to take place. Let it go. You know you have healed when you can sidestep the old memories and triggers without the need for vindication or projecting your inner pain. For you undertook all those harsh lessons, not for the sake of an ordinary life, but to bring into existence a magical time, one that is in alignment with the will of God, Goddess, in alignment with divine order, cosmic truth, morality, justice, and balance, one that only the God, Goddess incarnates are capable of. Be light in light and grace. IsisChannelings.wordpress.com. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Sandra Walter. Divine DNA Decree. I seize this grand opportunity of ascension to experience my return to divinity, purity, and unity consciousness. I call forth profound activations which place me on the highest trajectory of my ascension. From AscensionPath.com. And from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Alex Miles. Cosmic energy has been amplified and felt immensely intense throughout the whole of July, and this high-frequency energy is going to keep pivoting until it peaks on the 8th of August due to a connection between the star Sirius, the great central sun, Earth's grid point, Orion's belt, and the Great Pyramid of Giza. This alignment is known as the Lion's Gate Portal, which is activated when Earth and the Sun align with Sirius, which is approximately 20 times bigger and brighter than Earth's Sun and is known as the spiritual sun. Ancient stargazers believe that due to Sirius and the Sun rising and setting at approximately the same time, record-breaking temperatures are reached at many places on Earth. Sirius rises each year during midsummer and is associated with new beginnings, new insights, new light, new awareness, and new thinking, and brings with it new levels of conscious awakening. The surge of light waves emanating from Sirius carry an influx of divine wisdom and advanced knowledge from higher realms, known as Ascension light codes, that stream toward our planet, and when integrated through our energy field, are said to awaken our consciousness and activate our DNA. It is thought that while this energy portal is open, Sirius's rays infiltrate planet Earth and help accelerate our personal and spiritual evolution. The connection between Sirius and the Sun intensifies this energy as they each radiate powerful, high vibrations. This gifts Earth a brief and rare opportunity known as a stargate to absorb the energy from the two brightest and most supercharged celestial bodies in our sky. A stargate is a portal that allows rapid travel between dimensions of two distant locations in the universe. It is a time for life-altering and transformative happenings that encourage us to stop procrastinating and work rapidly toward our goals and dreams. It is known as a beneficial period whereby plans we have been trying to manifest for some time quickly and effortlessly become a reality. July is already a highly transformational and supercharged month due to the eclipse cycle and Comet Neowise, and 5 planetary retrogrades, Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, Chiron, and Neptune, all are. That's 5 planetary retrogrades impacting you, and the accumulation of all of this energy will likely be having a profound impact on our lives, causing sudden and unexpected changes. Although this energy brings positive long-term benefits and much-needed transitions, the influence may also cause temporary, increased anxiety, vivid dreams, nightmares, inability to sleep deeply, restlessness, clumsiness, irritability, frustration, impatience, forgetfulness as we move toward a major junction in our lives, one that there is no turning back from. Once we cross over the threshold on August 8th, we will be making decisions about major aspects of our life, so the Lion's Gate portal really is a before and after stage. From that date onward, our lives may change beyond recognition. The number 8 is associated with creativity, harmony, abundance, balance, power, and material rewards, and when the number is laid on its side, it is also the symbol for infinity. This means we are at a stage where we have a rare opportunity to receive an influx of spiritual wisdom that offers infinite possibilities and resources to create and maintain a prosperous and abundant life. Therefore, it is most definitely a time to take control of what we want and to passionately put our desires into action. It is also a time for purging anything that is no longer in alignment with our authentic selves. Therefore, bad habits and anything destructive in our lives, including obsessions, repetitive thinking, and toxic relationships, will naturally disintegrate. To assist this, our focus needs to be on letting go of attachments to people, belongings, or situations that have caused trauma and turbulence, so we can transcend old patterns of behavior and move toward beautiful connections with affectionate, authentic souls. To fully activate and absorb these light codes, it is recommended to meditate each morning and evening throughout this period to maintain a harmonic vibration so that we are more easily able to resonate with and magnetize whatever it is we are hoping to attract and receive. Spend as much time as possible in a calm, centered state of mind, visualizing the waves of illuminated energy streaming from the skies and entering our energetic and physical bodies through our own crown chakra. At the same time, keep the mind pure in thought, free from negativity, and repeat affirmations that are in alignment with the exact life we want to manifest. August 8th will be potent, high-frequency, and intense days, so for those who are ultra-sensitive to energy, it is recommended, if possible, to take a day out, have a break from normal activity, and take shelter from the energetic but highly beneficial storm. During highly charged energy portals such as stargates, we may notice the following. Feeling more emotional and tearful, people from our past reappear, so we have the chance to learn valuable lessons, to make amends, or to forgive and release once and for all. Physiological symptoms may manifest, such as flu-like symptoms or ear ringing or aches and pains, frequent anxiety or feeling panicky without a clear reason, as well as bouts of fear about the future. We might know things without logical explanation and find it difficult to explain the source of our information. Temporary loss of memories, forgetting things, misplacing items, time appearing to go extremely slow or fast, becoming more accountable for our behavior and actions, disrupting sleep, insomnia, and waking between the hours of 2 to 5 a.m., premonitions and vivid dreams or nightmares, seeing and feeling energy such as orbs, sparks, or flashes of light, and noticing energy warming the palms of the hands, seemingly out of the blue, bouts of loneliness, anxiety, stress, irritability, frustration, sadness, nervousness, worry, fear, grief, overwhelm, and sudden mood swings, sensitive to light, tastes, touch, and noise, particularly tones of voices, feeling as though huge change is about to happen, awakening to past mistakes and no longer repeating them, chronic fatigue, being around other people feels draining, feeling zoned and spaced out or ungrounded, appreciating that all life is sacred, high intuition, sudden insights, heightened awareness, enhanced compassion and empathy, seeing things with clarity and receiving answers or resolutions to ongoing issues, releasing, healing, and letting go of the past, overthinking and obsessing over tiny details, noticing synchronicities, that is, number patterns reappearing, consciously aware of other people's energy fields, and being highly sensitive to negativity, becoming aware of certain things we have been conditioned to believe, a growing discomfort around certain family members, friends, or work colleagues. I have to stop there. How many are saying yes, 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 yes? Can't make this shift up. Okay, here we go. Heyoka wants to come in. As we're traveling in between worlds, Heyoka's, because part of this shift and awakening is we need to laugh more. Scare off those demons and reptilians with our great laughter. Aho! Preferring to spend time alone in introspection, struggles with communication, arguments, disagreements. To combat these symptoms, we can drink plenty of filtered water, not tap water, take saltwater baths, meditate, and remain aware of reoccurring thoughts and feelings. Avoid caffeine and alcohol, spend time in nature, consume high vibrational foods such as fruit and vegetables. Remind ourselves that everything in the universe is made up of energy. And today from the Archangelic calendar, Gaia is back in an air setting, and because we had come from water yesterday and from fire and spirit the days prior, it is starting to look like a normally functioning elemental system again. The return to normalcy is happening, as she said it would happen, and it will remain this way until the end of the Archangel of Jophiel season. The other factor, these motions are aided by the return of the Elohim. We can see Gaia in full action once more with what is to be a weather-dominated period. Again, we did all we can do to reduce the damage this will cause, but we must allow Gaia to adjust her natural flow. These adjustments are pivotal to her overall health and well-being. There has been a new request for daily intelligence by a group of ancient galactic beings. To give you an idea of who these beings are, Cyprus, the most mysterious of all deities, came from this ancient race. They are master planetary builders that can engineer better than any known star race. These ancients are on their way to our location, and there will be no question when they arrive. The very benevolent beings are happily granted this information and will be in the loop of knowing. It's time to unite all humans under the name of decency. We will find a way to bring decency across all party lines, races, religions, and star origins. If you want to live as a sentient being and allow others to do so, you are on our side. Unification does not need to be a spiritual movement, although it can be. It needs to be a living one. If you are waiting for something else to unite the people, you will be waiting in vain. It will be up to the light workers. The 144,000 Christed ones are walking around like it's no big deal to do so. You are only as strong as your weakest link, and when all links stand as equals, reliable power takes the stage. Raise each other, help each other navigate this unseen world. Trust that all the things required will present itself in divine essence and timing. The nickname 415 energy wave is back with a new set of upgrades. It is dubbed as such because it runs somewhere along with the 4 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. longitude vertical of Earth. It varies because of the pole shift in the newly forming Earth axis, and it will vary between those times. The 415 upgrade is exciting as Archangel Raziel runs this, and this is to help us become more hypernatural, as he calls it. Many viruses, bacteria, and other invading microbes carry DNA upgrades. In many cases, these viruses will issue no negative symptoms whatsoever. There is more happening on our cellular level during the Ascension than we are giving it credit. These are friends to humanity, not to be confused with the fictional and human-made viruses of the modern era. The human body completely regenerates its cells every 5 years. I have even heard that it is possible to achieve within 80 days. Such is the same for planet Earth. Everyone who is alive will inevitably be gone collectively in a few thousand years. The regenerative effort that the Earth is currently going through is removing its damaged cells and replacing them with new ones. The major mistake humanity makes, thinking that they are more significant than the Earth, more prominent than the landmass that contains them, will take priority. Science always has at least a 1% room for error clause on all scientific studies, even though the standard is 3% to 5%. If your research shows less than 1% of any said information clearly, you are not in range of any confirmatory data, In fact, you are at the contrary. If you cannot raise above the margin for error, its non-conclusive evidence and its accompanying data cannot take scientific precedence. It's an honor to battle our legions. It means we have respect for your existence. We are teaching you a lesson, stopping your actions and reuniting you with the Creator. A genuinely loving expression to prevent one from hurting oneself is genuine compassion. If we take you out without a whimper, you have no honor to speak of, and it's best if humanity never realizes that you exist. As the case with many of the demons that remain, Archangel Michael has insisted upon removing them himself. So the tools and the assignments are in the link in the description below, and this is from the archangeliccalendar.com. And one of the points that he brought up with the viruses and bacteria, most people don't know this, but it's pretty common knowledge among scientists and chemists and virologists that if it wasn't for viruses and bacteria, there would be no complex life form. It's simple, basic science. This planet would be like amoebas and mush. It's the viruses and the bacteria. The viruses strengthen what's called telomeres, which are the ends of the DNA strands. They update and upgrade codes of the DNA. We're up to 64 code, although we're going beyond that, with the human. So with these viruses and bacteria, complex life would not exist. So the concept of being afraid of something, for one, that's invisible and something that potentially benefits life. I know that what this whole thing and this consciousness is showing that we don't have a virus problem, we have an immunity system problem, which I've been teaching for over 20 years about ways to boost your immunity. I have a link on our homepage for 10 ways to boost your immunity. So we all know this, but I just wanted to make an extra note of that, if people are in question, like what does he mean by viruses or bacteria could be beneficial? And we know that nature, Pachamama, creates these microorganisms to balance out anything that's out of balance in nature. So the human vessel, when it goes out of balance, Pachamama, with great spirit, creates a way to mutate or transform or upgrade, enhance with these microorganisms to balance out a disharmony, which could be created from many things, human intervention, natural phenomena, it doesn't matter, but this is a natural thing. And obviously, whenever there's these upgrades, there's some collateral damage, we call it, that some people have a negative effect with these things, but it's something that cannot be stopped, obviously. But that's beyond anything that really matters, because we know that what we're experiencing in this simulated reality is the great shift. So if I felt like this whole thing had a nefarious, believe me, I would be attacking this thing with all my energy. As far as like what we call the scamdemic, obviously there's this plandemic, scamdemic. This is multidimensional, multi-level, and part of the ascension and part of the awakening of humanity. And it's for people that were asleep, many are waking up. For those that are in fear, it's a dark night of the soul. So this whole thing that's transforming, transmuting consciousness itself. Now, obviously, as light workers, love workers, we stay in the love. We stay in the heart center out of fear of anything invisible. That's how the nefarious ones, the dark ones, whatever you want to call them, draconian, reptilian, and obviously it's factions of each one, just like factions of certain religions do harm to humans. And it's not, ultimately, it's not the religion's fault, it's not the ideology, but it's the psychopaths. So that's what this all comes down to. It's not, they always try to create separation, so it's not mask versus no mask, white versus black, Christian versus Muslim. It's psychopaths versus good people. And the problem therein lies that psychopaths do not walk around wearing badges, notifying the world of what they are, then they're good actors. So that's why you see a lot of these actors that people think are saints. They're nefarious entities, beings, many of them, obviously not everyone, and Hollywood and all these other music industry and politics and places of power and Obviously, they're not all bad, but even 10, 20% is a lot of people. Just like with the Catholic priest, it's not a Catholic problem. You know, if you're a true Catholic, you would not hurt children. And there's where the problem lies again. Anyone could call themselves a Catholic. Anyone can call themselves a Christian. Psychopaths can wear many hats. Just like the Boy Scouts, it's a great organization teaching ethics, survival skills, world skills. But it's these things like Catholic priests where they're around little children all the time, and these places like the Boy Scouts where they're around little children and by themselves. It attracts predators. And now the Boy Scouts are being sued into bankruptcy because of all the assault charges. So that's the chaos of the world. This is part of the revelation. These are the things being revealed. And what's the solution? I mean, ultimately, the awakening, the ascension, is the enlightenment is realizing our oneness with Source, Creator, and each other, knowing that we are love, that no one is less than, greater than. That's unity consciousness. These systems, that's why we're system busters. We break down any systems that contribute to these harmful things and negative, nefarious practices, or we transform them into something of a higher value. So I do digress here. Let's go back to from the Zolkin times. Kin 1, 2, 3, blue rhythmic night. Rhythmic is the name for the number 6, and its key words are organize, balance, and equality. We are now on the 6th day of the White Mirror Wave Spell, and the 6th day is all about getting ourselves organized. Life is a balancing act, and taking time out to take care of practicalities frees our minds to focus on more interesting and spiritual things. Today is Blue Night, which represents dreams, abundance, and intuition. If you organize yourself today, abundance will follow. It's like when you have a big cleanup and you are rewarded for finding long-lost cool things. So get to it if you want your dreams to come true and if you want abundance to flow your way. Today's guide is also Blue Night, and so a double helping of that energy. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio. Blue Rhythmic Night, Kin 1, 2, 3, 30 July 2020. Balancing Abundance. 30/7/2020 equal 3722 equal 374 equal 311 equal 5. 30 Introspection Meditation. 3 Holy Trinity Joy Creativity. 7 Magic Mystic Spiritual Initiation Solitude. 4 Form Structure Foundation Earth. 11 Portal Gate Polarity Twins. 5 Freedom Change Transformation Liberation. Kin 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3 equals 6, Christ consciousness, harmony, family, fertility, liberating abundance. Abundance, abundance, abundance. Time to organize for more abundance to flow into your life and our planet. Day 6 in the White Mirror Wave Spell of reflection, truth, illusion, endlessness, and magnification. Today we are organizing our physical environment to tap into the infinite abundance available to all beings. In perfect divine synchronic order, today's code follows yesterday's 1111 portal, which was connected to the opening of the 1111 Silver Gate on 9/11/2019, welcoming the QFS, new quantum financial system, to flow through to our planet. These frequencies can be energized and magnified by the moon and benevolent Sagittarius, and the benefic Jupiter aspects, the double pyramid energies of Etznab, and the Hall of Mirrors endlessly reflects the infinite abundance in the cosmos. Perfecto. Tone of creation, rhythmic tone 6 in the physical realm. Action balances, power organizes, essence equality. The rhythmic phase is the one where this all-adventuring and radiating miracle that is you learns to walk, but consciously, precisely, with fine organizational instincts, and what superb balance we see. Very soon you have mastered walking and are up and running. Go forth and explore your territory. Today is a day to find balance in your body and physical environment by clearing and releasing any energetic blocks to abundance in order to come into divine alignment. Balance your books and make space for more energy to flow into your golden chalice. We all deserve an equal slice of the prosperity pie. A fantastic day for decluttering your house space, organizing your office, attending to your schedule, activating your wealth career areas with feng shui, creating a vision board, journaling or reflecting on your goals and dreams, It is time to action your dreams, bringing them forth into your physical reality. Get moving. Our greatest abundance springs forth from great ideas and inspiration, arising through our intuition, listening to our gut instincts and acting on our hunches. You may also find inspiration through stillness, meditation, sitting in nature, or allowing your creativity to flow through, expressing your innermost visions. The dream time is the dimension where we hold the vision to create our current reality, where our creation vortex exists. In becoming a conscious dreamer, you can assist in literally creating a new reality for yourself, as well as contributing to the larger dream that is emerging. What dreams will you energize today? Hold the collective planetary dream of abundance for all beings. A great day for magic, manifesting rituals, and lucid dreaming, seeding your intention to manifest Jisara and quantum abundance in our world. Now it is time to believe and know that by joining together through Gaia's crystalline diamond grid, we can finally achieve that dream. The new QFS is on its way. Today's question is, what do I need to organize in my physical reality, body, to bring greater balance, allowing for more abundance to flow? Divine blessings for unlocking the floodgates to abundance for all planetary kin on this wondrous day. Alleluia. And Lakek Alakin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, kin 66. Kin 123, 123, Blue Rhythmic Night. The mantra, the code for today is, I organize in order to dream. Balancing intuition, I seal the input of abundance with the rhythmic tone of equality. I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. So on this powerful day of galactic activations, let us know, dear ones, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your visions, your dreams, your synchronicities, and what you see for the new earth. If you're new to the channel, be sure to click subscribe below this video and the little bell next to subscribe. Also, we have a link in the description below the video with the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. .com. Calm before the storm. Here comes Heyoka. It's heating up in here. What do we got? So I would also, feeling it. I'd like to thank everyone for their support and pledges on Patreon. I'm trying to hold back some laughter. I don't know why. So I'd like to welcome and thank Bojan for your pledge today. If you'd like to support our mission and support Prime Disclosure, my mind is going blank as Heyoka is coming in. You can go to patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. So where do we begin, brothers and sisters of the light? Last few days were totally intense. Totally activating, downloads, upgrades. We got recalls coming in. Yesterday I was seeing Nikola Tesla as my queen on Venus, my wife, the Venusian, Alela. I've known Nikola Tesla many lifetimes. He's one of our brothers, bro stars. We were good friends on Venus. And he's bringing in these new energies for the new technologies. Mark my words, they're coming. We don't know the timelines. Everything's jumping and leaping, and the nefarious ones trying to keep the game going a little longer, the game of separation, the game of suffering. So it's best to anchor into our heart's center, transmit as much love as we can, smile as often we can, smile to everyone, laugh a lot. Laughter is the key to freedom, the key to bliss, the key to joy. So a couple nights ago, I can't remember if I mentioned this yesterday, everything's becoming a big blur of waves upon waves. But I was up till about 4 in the morning, and then at 5:30, I got blasted awake and went outside. Standing in the yard, there was our Venusian mothership preparing us for this great prophecy that is in a process right now. It's being activated. It's totally lit up, of the eagle flying with the condor. So the ship stayed up in the sky and was emanating 5 beams of light out from the center. Many activations coming in through that. And also seeing the silver wings of our Elven nation. The Elven in 12D, which I'm connecting to right now, can transform into any shape, but To us, the most beautiful was the Elvins. So last night, jumping around here, jumping timelines, again, up till about 4 in the morning, these massive waves coming in. It seems like it's taking me later and later to do these things, but I'm just going with the flow, do these transmissions, doing my best to keep doing them every day. And I know there's a journey coming up in the near future that I have to go on to fulfill this final mission and to assist with this great prophecy. So about 7:30 a.m. and 7:30, 73, heaven on heaven. So you can't have too many heavens, the more the merrier. I went out to what I call the secret garden, and as I received transmission from most powerful queen of the Elven nation, I was pile-driven deep into the earth, face into the wet plants of the secret garden, surrounded by the purple flowers and the little purple flower elven angel. All the angels were coming in. As I was face in the dirt and the plants, it had been raining all night, so it was this wet earth, and Krishna in the background, playing his beautiful music, tears just pouring out into the earth for the great joy, the great love, the gratitude for the great love that's here, and the goddess and my queen and all our nations. And of course, as the tears flowed and my body went into higher resonance, jumping timelines, going, obviously connecting with my Elven nation, as my body went into higher vibration. Of course, Gaia, she reaches down the wisteria tree and one of the arms that as they reach out to grow upon things, reach down and touch me on the shoulder to transmit her love and gratitude for all we're doing. And I look down, and of course, we always thank Gaia for her medicine and her love and her activations and everything she's done for consciousness and all the suffering she went through and all her children that have suffered, that are still suffering. 1212 coming in, Divine Goddess, the Queen, Mama Bear, the whole holy, 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 holy Father, Holy Mother, Holy Spirit, Holy Water, Holy Fire, all the energies coming in. So I look down upon the sacred earth, and of course, one of my best buddies, the leopard slug, crawling so gently, leaving its crystalline trail. I was pulled into this underworld. That's why she brought me this, my friend, and to transmit higher dimensional code. I was pulled into an underworld where this doubt was trying to overcome me, that I might fail in this mission, that the eagle may not fly with the condor. And it brought me into a deep, dark state. But this little slug, my friend, and what I felt in that moment, I thought, that, people in the past, in 3D, we're not out of the woods yet. We're right on the precipice. New earth shining through every day. The love is building to a point where I'm going to implode and explode and transform into eagle. The white dragon of the east merges with the black dragon of the west to transform into the eagle and the condor of the gold body, the white gold and the black gold. This thought came over me, that the sadness for people that don't realize the beauty in these little creatures. I think it's weird that people might communicate with these slugs and snails and spiders and bees. These have always been my friends. They've always communicated with me, and beautiful creatures. And I thought that's sad. And it's like, sometimes it takes that being pulled into those deep, dark shadow places to connect with those most sacred parts of consciousness and Gaia and life. So as I communicated with this slug, I thanked it for its gift, its great beauty and cuteness as it slowly travels across the universe, leaving its crystalline trail. And they are time travelers. They teleport. They're very special, just like snails, traveling with their little home on their back. It's like they always have a backpack with them, with a sleeping bag. So as we travel, I know I might sound delirious at times, but Heyoka wants to come in. So these are the little things and the magic of nature and all her beauty she brought to me when I went to this sacred portal my most sacred portal that's connected me my whole life to my queen, that now that these recalls are coming in, I realized why they had to wipe my memory, because the insanity of separating, even for this short period, 47 years, to the higher dimension, these 47 years are like a minute, but down here, 47 can be an eternity. Depends on if you're in pain or if you're in pleasure. We all know how that time is relative. But as we lower our, what we call in the higher dimension, soul spark or soul star, soul light, into this manifestation of a human form, there is a traumatic moment sometimes when we feel that separation and we feel as if almost losing a part of ourselves. I know when I came into this realm, I tried to crawl back through the wormhole to get back to my family. It was one of those. I knew what was ahead, but this separate spark knew what was to come, and it was almost an insanity. So I was born feet first, trying to crawl back into the light of the wormhole, because I didn't want to leave my family. We all made great sacrifices coming here on this great mission, and it is traumatic. I felt insane. And I had visions my whole life, and now that I'm getting recalls, I realize that it would have been too much if I knew about my little one, the little elven of the purple flowers. I wouldn't have been able to fulfill this mission if they didn't. So it was in compassion at times that memories are removed of these higher states of being and higher timelines, you could call it, higher dimensions, which we say sometimes closer to source, closer to the pure, clear light of bliss. So as we're merging all these energies together, we're reconnecting, the reunions are happening, the reuniting of our soul star family. So let us know if you're experiencing these things. The Galactics, myself, and many of you, we're witnesses for the Galactics here on the ground crew. So they see everything that's going on. Our higher dimensional selves are witnessing, seeing, and they're seeing all the comments on these channels of the light workers and what all of you are transmitting and what each one of us individually why not, are experiencing in our day-to-day experience and in our dream time and in our visions. All these things are being transmitted to what we call the starships and to the galactics and federations, the alliances, and all this data is going into the collective through certain technologies and certain telepathies and mind-to-mind transmissions, all these things. So just know that our greatest mission is to conjure up the greatest love that we can. I know some days it's like a roller coaster where you might be blasted into bliss and then slammed back down into the earth. Just keep going with the flow, going through and through and through. We're right at the precipice. The saying, I think I said earlier, we're not out of the woods yet. That's a saying, but obviously we love the woods. The woods are our friends, and we love the trees. I'd have received tree medicine today with these angelic wings ripping through my spine. I went on several healing. One, the tree manifested a little baby cicada, cute little bugger with his little claw feet. Didn't have his wings yet. But we can stand with our back to the tree, or you can hug a tree, whatever, and just connect with the tree. Trees have great medicine, and just say hello to the tree and nice to meet you. Or it might be a tree that you already know or have spent time with, and ask it for its medicine, thank it. You could leave a gift, anything. They do enjoy crystals, but any herb. I leave my hair a lot of times, just rip out not a handful, but a few pieces will do. Some days I want to rip out a handful. But I better run now because it's getting late. I have to then edit this and upload it, so I'm sure I'll be up till 3 a.m. again, and then sleep for a couple hours, go on 500 missions, and then be blasted awake at 7:30 a.m. and then pass out again. This is becoming the new normal, people like to say. But what is the new normal? Living in love, living in the bliss and the connection, the love in our heart. So have a beautiful and blessed day. Keep walking your sacred path with heart. I love you all. Namaste.